Morning traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So starting off with the weekly, we still have quite a bit of confusion here. You can see we've got tails to the downside, tails to the upside, hovering around the weekly 200 simple moving average at the moment. And if you look at my oscillators, it is indicating that we need to start looking for a level for a move to the upside. If we move down to the daily, pretty much this congestion is continuing, and until we get through this area here, I'm very cautious about picking a direction. Okay, 200 daily EMA is making a major play at the moment, and if you look at this daily bar here, a couple of things. We do have a pin bar on the daily here, which is an indication of buyers stepping in, and we're always looking for the second signal, and this could be the second signal here. That is a piercing pattern, which is a fairly strong bullish signal. So yeah, there is a possibility that we are going to move higher, but this range for me is still very much in play. Okay, so for now, you can see we broke through the moving averages. We're coming up to test the moving average, and if I do that, that is the logical area that I would expect to bounce. And that bounce would be back the downside. So for me, this market still doesn't have any appeal. I think I'll just sit this one out. I have a suspicion that this is going to, sorry, check the monthly quickly. This is going to continue for the remainder of the month. Yeah, there's our congestion here. Ignore this. Yeah, this is crappy data. Essentially, we came down and we moved back to the upside. But, you know, we've had a crossover the moving average on the monthly to the positive side. And we are now just sort of flirting with this. I think the line in the sand is definitely 11,710. Okay, so with all that in mind, what are we looking to pay? Look at how confused it was. The 200 SMA was again holding up price, but looking at the hour, if you look at the oscillators at the moment, we should be looking for a level. So I'm quite willing to take a stab at a short here, 11,711. That's looking what it looks like, but I'm also not entirely convinced that it is going to be a strong move. Maybe just a bit of a bounce back to test the 200 EMA and then another move to the upside. But I think for me, we're range bound, so ultimately there's nothing here worth trading, and I will stay out of this until I see something different. So this head and shoulders are still in play, right? So here's a shoulder. There's two shoulders here. Here's the head, and then here's the other shoulder. Okay, neckline is pretty much top of what we can see as the range at the moment, which is 11,950. Okay, so that's kind of the level I'm looking for. So until we get out of this range, one way or another, I will sit on the sidelines and keep my money to myself. If you are going to trade this, just hop down to a much lower time frame, 15, 10 minutes, and use the same rules, but just keep your levels in on the highest side. And this level is definitely going to attract some sellers, 11,711. Okay, so anyway, guys, hope it helps somewhat, but I think for me, the DAX is not something I want to trade. It's all over the place. I prefer a trending market to a ranging market. So anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I will catch you later. Cheers for now.